Hello everybody, welcome to yet another Transformers review. It's me, Nosy, and I'm back at you, with you, whatever. I'm here finally with another review, and it's time to start looking into my Kingdom stuff that I've been buying. I've got quite a few figures that I've picked up over the last couple of months or so, more, maybe 2 or 3 months, and this is one that's been on my shelf. I haven't even. This is the first time transforming this thing. To be honest, there's a few figures that I've literally just got out the packaging and put it straight on the shelf. I just haven't had time to really, until now, to really indulge in these figures. So today's review is a little bit different. This one's going to be what I'm going to upload. I know the review I originally was going to review was Movie Masterpiece Barricade. Now that review is still going to happen. Just putting it on a bit of a back burner because I want to try and get some reviews done on my Kingdom stuff, really. And then once I've reviewed that stuff, I'll be reviewing him. So today's review, as you see by the title page, Kingdom Cheetor. Stay tuned. So here is Kingdom WFC Cybertron, Kingdom Cheetor. Now, doesn't he look interesting? Now, I think his robot mode's better, but I think this Cheetor mode, or this mode, is still pretty good. Just there's a hell of a lot of holes. There's that the back end here, it's just like a big gaping nothingness, and you can definitely see there his arms and his fists. Just that's literally how he transforms, just sticking out the bottom there. It would have been nice if there was an additional something that went over there to kind of cover those up a little bit, like another panel. But unfortunately, that's the thing. His tail is actually his weapon. It's like an axe. I don't know what the whole fascination with giving Cheetor an axe rather than a blaster. I don't know what the fascination with that is. I prefer my Cheetor with a blaster, but for some reason we've had a couple of variants of Cheetor over the last couple of years, and he hasn't had a blaster. He's been given like an axe, like a melee weapon. But anyway, he does look pretty darn nice though. Nice yellow, like a mustard yellow. And then there is some accents inside of his legs here, which is his robot legs. He has these nice baby blue, duck egg blue, if you want to call it that, kind of accents as well, which kind of is a little bit different to what we got with the original Beast Wars figure. Obviously with the original Beast Wars figure, it was like a darker blue, I think, with the original toy. It was like a much darker blue, but they've gone with a lighter shade of blue for this one. The only thing going for it in this mode is that his limbs do have a good sense of articulation. They're having like a little bit of a ball rocker as well. They do bend at the knee slightly, and the paws also on a ball joint. The head doesn't actually move, because what's interesting, and I find it a little bit clever, but you do actually lose a little bit of articulation, so literally he can only stare forward in this mode, which is a little bit annoying, because it feels like the original figure, when he was in his cheetah mode or his beast mode, he couldn't move his head in the original toy either. So it was like, well, okay, we've come a long way with toys now, and they did a great job with Primal and all the other figures that from the Kingdom line that have articulated heads. heads, like Beast Wars Megatron, for instance, Kingdom Megatron. His head is really articulated, quite articulated, so he can get in nice poses, and his mouth opens quite nice. But with this guy, he literally does not move because his robot mode head is inside of his. See there, that's his. If you don't know if you can, there we go. That's his robot mode head, and this sort of just goes straight over it, which is kind of clever, and it's a nice, clever thing to hide the head. But that comes at a bit of a price with this figure, so you just don't get any movement of that head at all. The only one good thing is his mouth can open, which is kind of cool. So you can get his mouth can actually open, which it does actually have to open actually, because in robot mode his jaw is like fully open, because obviously that is his chest plate as well, which is his beast head. His back legs also do move because they are just his robot mode legs, so they are pretty well articulated as well. So then, let's transform him. So, first things first, take away the axe, his tail. Then, just bring these paws or his legs out the way. Straighten these. And then, I think, yeah, that's it. So, basically what happens here is, his robot mode feet just tuck straight in, which is a little bit annoying as well, that these just protrude outwards. I mean, that is generally how he's supposed to look in beast mode. And it's kind of like an activation thing. Before you transform, well, when you're transforming him, you put that foot in there and it forces out these actual, animal or beast mode legs. They actually rest right inside the leg, and this actually acts as like a bit of a hammer or like a thing to move it outwards, so that you get the whole leg out. But it's a little bit annoying because I don't quite like the idea of they're just sticking out and they go nowhere. That is generally how it is, and that just kind of breaks up the slenderness of the curve of the cheetah mode. It just, and then you just have these two things just sticking up out of his legs, which doesn't seem natural to me. Anyway, that's one little thing I don't like. But anyway, so come to the back, bring these out, and then that should then allow you to bring his paws in and then tuck. I think that's just a minute. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the paws just kind of, yeah. So it just goes in like that, and it just rests, and then you just bring the feet down. So that's the legs done. Next, what you do is the chest. You prise apart like so. Then that allows you to unpeg the arms, and then bring the arms backwards like so, and then twist the forearms so that the fist is, so that obviously you can bend, so the elbow, right. So to get this right, this panel bit on the arms has to be inwards, like it's actually in his body kind of thing. So it has to kind of be like that, and then you just twist the fist in the right position. So that's pretty much how the arms are done. So it's kind of like, just got to make sure that panel's in the right position, I think. Anyway, so then that's that. Bring these to the back like that. If you want to be reminiscent to his robot mode, to his original toy, if you want, you can kind of just cross those a little bit. That's not perfect, but you get the gist. You kind of just get them out the way like that, and then just pull that Cheetor head, bring it down, open up the mouth. Then this is like on a complete, like, this is like doubly articulated, so it kind of allows you then, you know, you got that motion, so you can, you know, hide the head, but then you just bring it down, fold it in on itself, and then there's a little port inside the head there, and you just kind of supposed to give me a moment. Just give me a minute. I think you've got to take those panels out. That's right. Yeah, these two panels, that's something I forgot to do. There was two panels on either side of him. So these panels that have the leopard print on, you just bring those out first, and then that allows it all to just tuck in, and it just clicks into place perfectly. And then you just close those panels back up like that, and it just kind of makes it a little bit more cleaner. And then you just twist around the robot mode head, and there is Cheetor now in his robot mode. And there he is. Now his robot mode is better. It is a nice mode. The duck egg blue or baby blue, whatever you want to call it, colour kind of works really nice with the yellow. Personally, I would have liked it because there is a darker blue version, which I think is the Netflix version. So this is the original. This is the version that was released first. But apparently they are releasing a Netflix variant, which has a darker blue, which is more reminiscent of his original toy and design, which is a little bit annoying. But I might pick that up. I might actually pick that other Cheetor up because I prefer the darker tone colour than this lighter colour. But it's not bad. But if you can just see the head sculpt there, it is actually quite nice. It does have a little red dot there. It's supposed to be a maximal insignia. But it is a nice design, nice amount of moulded detailing. It is a solid figure. Considering of how thin these legs are and other parts, you know, I don't feel any sort of stress on any parts of him, which is good. But yeah, he's nice. I like the robot mode. You know, I prefer the robot mode to the Cheetor mode because I don't like the robot mode feet when they just kind of protrude out the legs, which kind of why. But I like how it just all folds in on itself and just makes up the legs and everything. That's kind of a nice element. But yeah, very nice. So articulation. You do have a little bit of a hinder because these shoulder blades do move back a little bit more, so it kind of gives you a little bit more movability, or just a little bit more. But you are hindered, unfortunately, because of those shoulder blades, and you can't do much about them. So it can, you know, the arm can move pretty nicely. Got a nice elbow there, and the fist does twist as well. The robot mode head is on like a little it's on a ball joint, so you get a nice movement there. You've also got waist articulation, which is kind of a bit of a rarity. Not all figures well, the thing is, I think most of the figures in the Kingdom line do have some sort of most of them do have a waist articulation, but there are, you know, it's becoming a bit of a rarity. You know, it's nice to have a figure that does have a bit of movability, so you can at least pivot him in certain poses. The legs can come up quite nicely. You know, you got a nice, but it couldn't. There was also a swivel as well. It's a little bit stiff on mine, unfortunately. So yeah, you got that, and then the legs, obviously they move because of robot mode, and I've got like a pivot there as well. So yeah, the articulation, you can get some nice poses out of him, considering you are a little bit, you know, because of these shoulder blades, you can't really do a proper rotation of his shoulder. But he's a nice figure. You know, you can get a bit of articulation out of him, or playability factor and that. So this is his axe. So he just holds it like that. And there's him with his axe. And that axe is interesting, but again, I would have preferred it if he had actually had a blaster as well as an axe. But unfortunately, it's kind of the thing with Cheetor at the moment. He has to have an axe. But anyway. So yeah, there he is. So that's the review on Kingdom Cheetor. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. More videos coming very soon. And until next time, stay awesome. And please remember to subscribe, comment and rate for more if you're new to the channel. And thank you again. See you soon. Peace. Bye-bye.